Very good afternoon here in Edmonton. I am so excited and thrilled to come myself live here from V4U Radio. And whenever I come, I bring some guests along with me. Guess what? Such a beautiful day outside, and I'm about to talk some outdoor festival, outdoor fun, which is going to come here happen on this weekend. And if you guys remember, we just brought Thousand Faces festivals just a few days ago. Mark Henderson and Srila Chakravarti joined me that day to talk about it. And today, again, I have the pleasure of joining with me is Mark Henderson here as the artistic director and a new face. Uh, yes, and a new face from Faces Festival, Malvika Venkat Subhaya. She's also an artistic director. I hope I did not butcher your last name there, but these folks have been really wonderful folks and have been working for Thousand Faces Festival for over a decade, bring such great art, culture, festival, and great celebrations, especially during summertime. I will not really seal all the moment here. I will pass it on to Mark. Mark, talk about the weekend, 12th, 13th, 14th of July. What is in store for the Edmontonians?
Oh, there's so much. If I were to list everything, we would be here all afternoon. It would be almost as long as the festival. But
I'm sure.
What there is overall, an overview of it is that we've got a weekend where we've set up kind of a market atmosphere out in the parking lot of the Alberta Avenue Community Center. And there will be different vendors there, including a vendor of silk saris. There will be a food truck there. There will be, in the evenings, there will be West African drumming, as well as flamenco music that people can dance to outside. And then at a certain point, they'll be invited to come inside to the Alberta Avenue Community Center Hall, where we'll have beautiful lighting and beautiful setup for projections and things like that. And we'll have wonderful Kathak dance. We'll have Bharatnatyam dance. We'll have the Kala troupe doing Alberta's first Hindi theater performance, Angulimal. It's quite a gripping piece, only 30 minutes long. We'll have free snacks. We will have free desserts. We will have Jaja Young and her colleagues doing a wonderful, beautiful Chinese harp piece, accompanying rather a wonderful storytelling about dragon folk banding together to save humanity in the world, while there's incredible huge calligraphy being done. So it's a chance to see myths and see and hear myths. There's going to be chances during the day to engage in a Bhangra workshop, in a salsa dance workshop, in a stilt walking workshop. And there's another form of dance that we're workshopping. Oh yeah, West African dance workshop. So a chance to really dive into the cultural treasures that exist all over Edmonton and that we're bringing together, so that people of all kinds of different cultures can explore all kinds of different cultures and have a really good time doing it. During the afternoons on Saturday and Sunday, we have a sort of a mythic adventure where kids can see one performance in the cool and then go out in the sun and maybe do a little stilt walking and, get busy, and then come back and then have some free ice cream and Indian classical dance, that sort of a thing. So families can spend, all the way and make masks at another point. Families can spend all the way from noon to about 4:30 with, really a chance to do things that most people have never done, most people never get to do, and see things that most people never get to see, or a lot of people never get to see. Yeah.
Great way, Mark. And of course, I remind everyone that, hey, it's a wish come true for a lot of people to pursue passion as a hobby and do it so professionally. Who doesn't want to be around culture, music, dance, and it's just like stress-free environment. And Thousand Faces Festival gives you an opportunity not to just come out as an actor, director, or characters, or maybe theater artist and all that. However, as audience as well. Such great atmosphere. Now we've been working together with Thousand Faces for the last 2 years now, and bringing Malvika. I covered her beautiful dance in one of the theaters out in Edmonton here around the university area. I remember, and what a beautiful Bharatanatyam. I mean, it was a show which I cannot ever forget. International class. I will not speak lots around that, but we're bringing Malvika around her um, area of interest within Thousand Faces Festival. So what are you bringing new this year for our folks who are going to watch you there?
Thank you very much. I will be presenting with my dance company at the Thousand Phases Festival this year, yet again. We will be showcasing some unique pieces from the Bharatanatyam repertoire from the Mysore region in India, which is it has a very distinct flavor and style to its Bharatanatyam lineage. And that is what I specialize in. And that is what I would be showcasing there. We are at the Mythic Treasures on both evenings of Friday and Saturday, where we would be showcasing Sharanagati, which talks about the devotion and bhakti concept. And on the Sunday, our junior ensemble will be presenting Vandana, which is a little more of a lighter introductory pieces that we would be presenting. So this is my performance content at the festival. And I am very, very happy and glad to be collaborating with Mark and the Thousand Phases team as a co-curator this year. I'll be curating the South Asian content in the festival. And it has been a very heartwarming experience to be working with all of them, because Thousand Phases is such a platform where you can break your creative barriers and delve deep into what you really value your art for. And it's very much appreciated, and we get all the support that we need, which is honestly a rarity and doesn't happen everywhere else. So I'm really excited.
Well,
And
culture is one thing which is a community connector, and everyone come together to enjoy, regardless where it comes from. The colors, the dances, the ground-rooted, rooted diasporas and the cultures are always fascinating. It will be a remiss if we do not talk about people who could not appear on the platform today. But there are so many performers. I heard the name of Jaja. I heard Kala Troop. I know Usha Gupta has been kind of being with you guys all. Can we maybe talk a little bit about these performers, maybe little bit, so that the audience know what they're coming to watch and who are they watching? Malvika,
Absolutely.
I'll go to you first.
Absolutely. We have Usha Dance Entourage, as mentioned, who will be presenting Kathak, Bharatanatyam, and a glimpse of Garbha in their work.
Wow.
Yes, so we are waiting for that as well. So, and we have a couple of newcomers at the Thousand Phases Festival this year. In terms of South Asian representation, we have Madhushri Deshpande, who will also be presenting Bharatanatyam. She is an Edmontonian, and we are looking forward to that. We have an artist from Vancouver, Vidya Kotam Raju, bringing her a new work to Thousand
Wow.
Phases, and this will be her premiere performance in Edmonton, and we're glad it's at the Thousand Phases Festival for sure. And we do have a lot of other performances outside of South Asian content as well, which Mark already elaborated in his words earlier. So we are very excited, and to bring Thousand Faces has been such a platform who kind of build a relationship with artists. It's not a one-time affair at all. I have been associated with them for the last 12 years. Wow, it seems a long time now looking back, and I'm glad to have been there with them for so long.
and
Malvika,
we're
thank you. Sorry, Mark, go ahead.
oh, and we're delighted to have artists like you, Malavika, coming back over and over. And sometimes artists from different disciplines and cultures end up co-creating things, inside or outside of the festival. Just last week, we finished off the run of Tololwa Molel's Anthem of Life, which grew out of the festival and out of a festival artist, Inakshi Sinha, who had been scheduled to collaborate, who had been at the festival previously, and so had Tololwa, and then we put them together with some other artists, and out of that ended up coming this epic play, which is going to be a trilogy now, and perhaps even tour internationally. So, and some of the other artists that were associated with that project are now at the festival. For example, Erica Wua, who's a dance dramaturge, a wonderful dancer. He's also an associate professor at the University of Alberta. He's going to be leading a West African dance workshop on Saturday. Other artists, of course, the Kala troupe, which is led by Varun Katyal, who are doing Onglimal, the story of someone who's has bad rumors put out against him, and then turns into a very bad way, and then meets up with the Buddha. It's very, very fascinating to be able to see it in Hindi with English story points going on behind it. It's a bit of a risk, we've never done that before, never had a full 30-minute drama in another language. We've had them, in a language of dance, and that works out. But it's going to be very exciting to have that. And
we're very excited to have the Kala troupe as well. They're here for the first time as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that just shows how Thousand Faces Festivals is embracing diversity and from different communities, and of course consolidation of cultures. See, what we believe in as from the media side, especially from the cultural we call ourselves as cultural diplomats, and we keep watching. No Mystic experience was built in one day. It takes a lot of time, a lot of efforts to really consolidate, bring that experience to the audience, and that's the reason why we call Edmonton as the city of festivals, because we are having organizations like Thousand Faces Festivals who are doing such a wonderful job connecting. Of course, talking a little bit about now as a housekeeping thing, so that people who are watching, who are coming, any caution for those. Street walking is wonderful during the afternoons, of course, in such a beautiful weather. Anything about parking, Mark? I mean, where people would park? Do you know anything about that at all?
Oh, well, there's going to be less parking than usual, but we're not taking up the whole parking lot west of the league, so there will be some parking there, and then there's really plentiful street parking around the Alberta Avenue Community Center, and it's going to be it's not going to be too hot, so it will be a pleasant walk. The streets there are safe and they're tree lined, and there's shade and things like that, and there's also all sorts of wonderful places to stop and check out food there. There's the Green Onion Cake Man, there's Fa King, there's the Portuguese Popular Bakery, all kinds of wonderful little mom and pop businesses from African, Fijian, Caribbean, Latinx, and other communities on Alberta Avenue. It's funny. It's the commercial district right now with the lowest vacancy rate in Edmonton, and it used to have the highest.
Well, it's lunchtime here, and my mouth started watering already listening to all these wonderful cuisines, and one of few of my favorites too. And of course,
some of that food will be on offer at our.
I know. I heard. I was about to tell the Edmontonians that hey, it is just not the cultural side they get to enjoy, but also a perfect time to enjoy with family because it's so cost effective. I believe it's on a donation basis. It's a free entry for all, which is a great, exciting thing for a lot of newcomers and all that. I mean, what a place to be and enjoy and make friends and maybe just bring along and come along in groups. So, of course, I really encourage a lot of, not a lot, but everyone who has some time. And again, you do not have to be there from noon to until it ends, but you can choose your spots. You can read everything about it on your website. Mark, would you like to maybe tell about the website? What's your website?
thousandfaces.ca.
Perfect. So it's thousandfaces.ca, guys. If you want to read more, I encourage everyone in Edmonton, or if you're visiting Edmonton, not to miss this festival coming on 12th, 13th, 14th of July. Malvika is here from Calgary. And of course, Mark Henderson is already, and there would be lots of colors, lots of people performing, lots of volunteers as well. I just wanted to take a minute to also tell people so heartfully and so delighted to announce that V4U Radio is now registered as a not-for-profit organization in federally. So of course that allows us to bring more and more, feature more and more events like this. So of course, looking as Thousand Faces are looking for many volunteers, and especially students from universities and all that. Great time to really volunteer. And of course, if you're there, just come and say hi to us as well, because V4U Radio will be there live covering this event. Thank you so much, Malvika, for joining. Thank you, Mark, for joining. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. And thank you, Thousand Faces Festival.
Thank you. Hope to see everyone there.
Yes.